So, new game again. And we've got off one of our favourite ones, I think, that we play single player quite often. It's not a multiplayer game at all, is it? But we're going to use game streaming. So even though Vector's, what, 200 miles away? 300? I don't even know what the distance is.
Don't even know.
Several hundred miles away.
Aye.
Different country. You're going to get, well, we're going to try and play the same Kerbal game at the same time. Using some screen sharing, so I can move the mouse here and Vector can also move the mouse, so we can both control it, so that'll be quite interesting. And we've got a plan. What we're going to do is we are going to go, well, we're going to colonise, what's it called, Lathe, isn't it? Yeah? Lathe, okay. But to make it a bit more interesting, we're not just going to colonise it, well, we're going to take plenty of Kerbals, okay, certainly, from here, but we're going to make it a multi-stage trip, aren't we, yeah? So, obviously we're going to launch from here, and then we're going to go to Mun. Yeah, and on Mun, we're going to land on Mun, and we are going to refuel on Mun, aren't we? Okay,
refuel the whole thing.
Yeah, refuel the whole thing. So we're going to do some mining on Mun fuel, which I've never done before. And also landing on Mun, we're going to make it a bit interesting. We're going to try take multiple Kerbals down and just jetpack them down to see if we can land them without a ship, just for a bit of a laugh. But from Mun, after we've fueled up, we're going to then go to, where is it we're going next?
Ike? No, is it Ike? No, Gilly.
Is it Gilly?
Is it Gilly?
God, we don't even know where we're going. This doesn't bode well, does it?
Yeah, it's Gilly. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not Gilly. It's the one.
Ike.
Is it? Hang on.
You should also point out as well that we're not using mods for this either.
Yeah, completely unmodded.
Or anything.
Yeah, it's one of our favourite games, so we know how to play it. So we have tried this certainly before. But yeah, we're going to completely unmodded.
Plenty of places for things to go wrong.
So that right. So yes, we're going to head to. Oh, that's Minmus.
That's Minmus.
Yeah, so, oh yes, of course you can see it, yes, I forgot about the streaming. Yeah, so we're heading to Mun, we're going to go to Mun, and the main reason we're going to Mun is because we're going to use, basically get out the gravity, so it's an easier launch, and with them, be able to take more fuel with us, isn't it, in effect?
A refueling stage.
Yeah, that's trying to be an easy launch. So then we're going, we're not going to unknown object.
No, no, they're not asteroids or something.
So we're headed, yeah, our ultimate target's Lathe, which I believe is a moon that orbits Joule, isn't it? Yes?
Yes.
And that's Joule there, that green fella there. So, on the way there, so we're going to go to Mun, and then we're going to be going to Duna is the next one, isn't it?
Well, the moon. Duna's moon, Ike.
Duna's moon, yes. Yeah, we're going to land on Ike. So, yeah, so we're going to Mun, we're going to Ike, and then from Ike, we're going to Joule, and we're going to finally land on Lathe around Joule, aren't we? Right, do you want to do the honours for launching then?
Okay.
If it lifts up and it goes some distance, it's good enough, isn't it?
We shall find out. You ready?
Yeah, go on. Start the engines then.
They are. They are. I don't think it was going to be enough for Kerbal, but it might be enough for Mun.
But to be totally card, look at that. Look at the fuel usage, hardly any. See, I think that would be enough. Not all the engines are on, are they?
Yeah, all engines on.
Oh yeah. It's not quite. If it starts taking off, it's enough.
No, it wouldn't. But Kerbal's heavy. This isn't designed for heavy atmosphere.
No. Okay.
For heavy gravity.
No, but the thing is though, that's the big engines for launching. I bet you, if we put our space engines on and the fuel for that and had them on at the same time, it probably would be enough. Hey, look at that! You still see the smoke.
Ah, you still see smoke coming out.
Recover.
I mean, if it's handling a takeoff from here, from Kerbal, then it will handle a much heavier load on the moon.
Yeah. So that's all engines firing at once, okay?
Yeah. Alrighty.
Here we go. Hey, that's nice. I like that. We'll have to do something about proper landing legs, because that's what
we still don't know whether we want wheels or legs.
Yeah, but engine's the main thing first, and fuel, isn't it? Right, here we go.
Nah.
God, that's heavy, isn't it?
Nah.
It might launch as the fuel empties. That's loud as well.
That's fine. Can I just...
Yeah.
Nah.
Wait, what did you do there?
Time warping.
Yeah, but did you
Oh,
stop-
it turns the engines off.
Stop the engines.
Right, sorry, my bad.
So here we have the final ship. This is what's going to take us to where we're going. I can't remember where that is. Probably figure that out. So looking from the bottom then.
Leth, eventually.
Eventually indeed. From the bottom we've got many rockets, as you can see there. I believe we're set up in an asparagus formation.
Yes.
Is that correct? So what's that? That means
Yeah,
fuel. What?
It mirrors the fuel, so it ejects. It uses only 2 fuel tanks at a time and empties them so it can eject it and it's not carrying excess weight.
So it's an easy way of getting rid of the weight, but keeping, it's the most efficient kind of way to bring the rockets up, and dropping the weight as they empty as you go along. So you're not, I got you. Okay.
So your first rockets empty fastest, which is why they don't have solid rocket boosters on them.
Right. Okay. But what? I mean, these aren't asparagus on the side, though, are they?
No, they're solid boosters. As soon as they're ignited, they're gone. You know, they'll fire at full pelt. There's no control. It's just full thrust from them from the moment of ignition until they're empty.
Big bit of oomph for the start, then, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Got you. Okay. There we go. So so we set these up asparagus staging. So you can see here, this is to take our big payload up from the ship, and in effect, you've got the fuel moving from one to the other, and as the fuel moves over and these empties, we drop these fellas down, don't we?
Yeah. So it's using all the rockets, but all the rockets are only powered from 2 at a time.
Yeah, got you. Okay, so then we move on up. Now this is what we did build. This is our main lander. This is what's taking us everywhere, and it looks freakily messy. And there's a lot of stuff on there. Okay. Now the whole mission is that we are saving the Kerbal race, okay, from annihilation. So we are taking them as a colony ship to land on Lathe. Okay, and what we've got here. These are they're not very bright, the Kerbals. So they've invented like each kind of ship is in effect a lander of their own design, and it's like we'll call this the Swarmer. And what we're looking at is that Vector and myself will take our various Kerbals in their little ships, and we'll have a little bit of a competition to see what strange designs that we've come up with can actually land. And I think the rules were, in effect, that make them as small as you can. And with little components, and see what we come up with. So I don't know what we've got here. Now I can see we do have some standard ones, certainly. I mean, that looks pretty good. Is that your one? I think that's one of yours.
Is it mine? It looks like it.
It does look like one of yours. It's nice and neat.
Yeah, well, I usually do the 3-prong thrusters, whereas you don't. You tend to do more.
Ah, right in the back there. Yeah. Okay. So what have we got? I think this is one of yours as well. I think as well, actually. Yeah. I think that looks like one of yours.
Yeah, it's landing can.
Yeah, and you can see inside. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that guy.
Well, the worry was the seats. He wasn't going to survive re-entry because of the heat. So the idea was that I chuck a seat inside a capsule to see if that can survive the heat of re-entry.
So in effect, what it is, he's become a science experiment because that's where he's sat, and that's brilliant. And this one, I think.
Oh, I've just had a thought.
What's that?
I'm gonna have to get my guy in it before I detach that.
Of course you will, yeah. So that'll be interesting.
I will be able to control it.
So you're going to protect this guy, obviously. This one, who cares? Yeah, he's
a goner.
He's away on his own.
Well, you built one without any protection, so I felt obliged.
We'll come to that, yeah. Okay, now I think, is this mine or your one? This one might be yours as well, yeah, because you tend to put the battery on the top like that. And in fact, I can see your designs. You got one there, haven't you? And that does tend to be your one. Yeah. So we've got.
I like to have a wee bit of power and a wee bit of way to generate it, because if you lose power, you're scuppered.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they all together your ones? I think. Is this yours as well? Yeah, that's yours because I never put batteries on top like that. And certainly all that's just what's going on there. Is that just RCS fueled, is it?
Yep,
it is as well.
Fueled. Yep, it's RCS connected, and that's all the fuel that's got on it there.
Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I do see this one. This is your last one here, number 6, because we've got 6 each. What's that? I think you've got another guy sat there. And this I don't know. This is just a bit that was left over from the ship, wasn't it?
Aye, there was a couple of thrusters and a couple of bits of metal, and I thought, hey, let's land that on an alien planet.
Let's go. No, okay. Obviously, you know,
But
I
it
made
has got a parachute, so it's
It
cool.
does. It does have a parachute. Yeah. Is that the only one? Oh, you've got a parachute. Oh, okay. So you're missing. Oh no, you got a sidey one there as well. That's good.
I do have a. Oh no, he does have a battery. It's
And
whether
no,
you.
there's no changing now. We're locked in. Okay.
Aye. No, it's just the questions are coming like how much. I don't really know how much control you have from one of those seats because you can control a vehicle and everything with it. If you, so I'm hoping that you actually have enough control to eject the parachute. Otherwise, he's just got no chance.
So it could be a complete disaster. Just goes in and falls like a rock. Brilliant. Now, okay, my design's I think slightly better. I think you'll find. Yeah, I mean, I've got some good ones here because obviously, you know, I've got. Here we go. This one here. This is my bag. This one I think is going to land from the swab because we're colonising. This is the one, right? Okay. Then I went for some rather more unusual designs just for a bit of trendiness. Now I've got one very similar to yours, Vec, where you've got a guy sat indoors. Where there he's this guy down here. He is. This one I think will do well, and then we can probably see inside. Probably not so well there, but just off screen or whatever. But yeah, same sort of thing. We've got a chair in there, and then we've got the fuel, and then we've got the plating thing there as well. So that's good. One in front. This is an interesting design. I don't know why, but I've got these things. What are these called? These
Separatrons.
Separatrons, yeah. I've never used Separatrons. Well, I've tried to use them before in Kerbal, but they never went well. So yeah, let's put them on that. Pity the poor guy's gonna fly in that one. And now we're gonna go for this design here. This is one of those thrusters that
solid
rocket booster you cannot turn off. That's the only fuel he's got. He's got some RCS. Who knows how that's going to work out for him? He does have a parachute though, so that may help him out a bit. Yeah, one of my favourites, one of my original design here. A chair, a rocket, some fuel, and a heat shield. That's it. So who knows what's going to happen with that? And you know, if I was the first, if I was the first Kerbal out, yeah, I would not want to sit in there.
That's that one.
And then the last one, front end of a plane. Who knows? I just stuck some bit songs I kind of liked them. So there we go. So yeah. In all seriousness, though, we are trying to save the Kerbal race, and that's what we've decided on to recolonize a new planet to go to Lade. So get to the top of the ship then. What do we got there then? You know these better than I do, Vec, because you've used these before. What have we got?
It's just basically orbital scanners because we need to land at a place, an ore-rich place on the moon, and icky to be able to refuel. So we need to be able to drop a satellite in orbit of the two places we need to refuel on the way, so that we can scan the moons for the landing sites.
Okay, brilliant. So yeah,
so it's basic stuff.
Basic stuff. I've never done it before.
There's nothing to it. There is a scanner, the scanner that we need for the ore. There is a battery. There is a means to recharge the battery, and there is a small fuel pod with 4 tiny engines for slight adjustments. But the idea is we drop it in orbit from the ship. The orbit it needs to be from the main ship, and then separate it once it's in the orbit.
So we're already in orbit then at that point, yeah?
Yes. We drop it when we are in orbit around the moon. We drop the satellite, set it up so that it can scan the moon.
So it shouldn't really be using its thrusters at all then, should it?
It shouldn't have to, but
just in case.
Just in case you need to make any adjustments, it's there. Because the scanner only works between a certain altitude and on a polar orbit.
Excellent stuff. Right, there we go. I think we're ready to go. So we're off to launch. Brilliant.
We are.
Hey. She's like, oh, we have forgotten something. So I say she, yeah. We've not named her.
Oh, we haven't named her.
Well, I mean, obviously we called Ziggy at the top there, and you can see on the screen on there we've given a name because obviously Mr. Bowie at the time when we were doing this, and we all love space and we all love Bowie, brilliant guy, brilliant music. I can see some sort of playlist for our end episode. But yeah, she does need a name, and we can call her Ziggy. Ziggy's cool.
Yeah, Ziggy is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. David Bowie. He was the soundtrack of our life, kind of thing, wasn't he? He was basically from a wee boy to now. We've grown up with his music around me. Yeah.
Okay, so there she is, Ziggy, and I hope she can play an enormous guitar. Catch us next time when we go for launch and head to Mun and try and land on it. A bit like Flash Gordon.
Short time we'll land on the planet.
Hey, but we can't land at this terrific speed.
I prepared for that. A counter-magnet engages the proper moment, will break the speed and bring us down safely. Quick! A counter-magnet! I will be smashed to bits! Close call.